can't tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heated up, ain't that a bitch cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda. Shooters on my left, that's gon' step at my leisure. I died and resurrected, bitch, but this is not Easter. I don't rap beef, little bitch, so this is not ether. I don't duck shit, but off the goose, I might seek it. 2 bad hoes, I think one was Puerto Rican. A sock up on the door, so don't come in, we not decent. I'm rocking when I'm rolling, Motorola always beeping. Pockets full of poses, rolling goated, straight chiefin'. 5-pack of the woods just to keep the stress managed. People taking shots and they be shocked, there's no damage. Tell all of the thoughts up on my jock, I don't have it. Can't argue with my bitch because she only speaking Spanish. I hit the switch and push the whip like it was in the way. You talking shit but ain't no shit, so you just in the way. I'm taking risks, I pray to God that I don't die today. The talk is cheap, I got the heat just like the young D-Wade. She thinking memes, I told the bitch that she don't know D-Wade. I think it schemes the next routine gon' take a business day. She ride the dick and work her hips like it's for fitness. Ayy, plead the fifth and suck this dick, you ain't got shit to say. People run they lips so they trip like some acid. I can't fit into this fake world, I ain't plastic. Roll the backwood up and have them pissed, I ain't passive. Never had my dad, I'm just a saucy young bastard. You can't tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heated up, ain't that a bitch cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda.
What is good, y'all? What is good? What is good? Yes, sir. We live, baby. We gonna get on camera in a second. Hold on.
We ride, baby. You ride, baby. She died, baby. Inside, baby.
Oh yes, get the good lighting in this bitch.
Quick to get the light and disappear like Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright, chat. Well, I'm thinking my stream it does. I always do that shit. Alright, y'all. What is good, everybody? How is it going? I will put ourselves on camera right now. What is good, everybody? Oh, shit. Why are we all this shit? Wait. No, we good? No, okay, we good. What is good, everybody? What is good? What is good? What is good? We are here. Actually, hold on. Step a little higher. Yes, sir. Ooh, okay. We are here. And I'm going to get more of my spot. What is good, everybody? What is good? T.L.A, Local Artisan, the Local Artisan, best platform in the world. You guys already know how's it going. PROnobi1 here. You know, we got KageWolfShinobi here with me. You know, what is good? We are here. Yeah, episode 77. Almost to 100. Road to 100.
Yep.
We in here, y'all. We are in here. Yes, how is y'all doing? How is everybody's lives in the chat? I hope everybody is having an amazing week. Like I said, new day starting on for the live stream. We on Tuesdays now, so you guys can obviously see us here on Tuesdays now. I would also say for anything else, the next interview I'm going to be having is Darius Pro Pittman coming up. And then I probably will be doing a live stream tomorrow to listen to y'all music. If Kage gonna be here or not, if you want to. But yeah, niggas gonna listen to your music, tell you how it is. We gonna probably play some video games and shit while we chilling here and shit like that too. So niggas can come and get their ass whooped. And yeah, we finna be chilling and shit. But yeah, what you been on, my nigga? What's up?
Nah, shit. It's been chilling. Went to had work yesterday, but it was real short. found out I only had to work for 2 hours because we closed at 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went in at noon, and I was like, and I looked at the store because the schedule was different than what the store hours said.
Oh, okay.
So the schedule said I was scheduled from noon to 7. But when I looked online, I was like, man, it's Labor Day. It's got to be something else.
I forgot it was Labor Day.
Yeah. So I looked it up, and on the website, it said we close at 2 p.m. So I'm like, all right. So I go in there, and then first they like, oh, my gosh, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what's good? And then they look at me and go, you're lucky. And I was like, yeah, that's what they call me. And they're like, well, no, you only get to work 2 hours today. And I was like, oh, so we do close at 2. And they was like, yep. And I was like, bet. In there like swimwear. Well, yeah. Then
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah. It's always beautiful to like close earlier than you're supposed to.
It was, and it was a nicer day out yesterday too. So
yeah, true.
Nice. But I mean, other than that, really, I just been playing a whole lot of 2K. I've been playing some Neo too, if people are interested in that. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of 2K because 22 comes out on Friday,
which is fire. Look out for coming Image Nation content coming around 2K.
I just pre-ordered that last night, so should be able to download it sometime tonight.
You just got to put your finger over this hole here.
For sure. Should be able to download it sometime tonight because on the PlayStation it says you can download it up to 48 hours before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so and today when you look on the thing it says last night when I was looking on it when I pre-ordered it, it was like 9 no, it was like around 9 o'clock was when I was looking at it. It said it had 2 days and like 21 hours left. So around 9, 10 o'clock tonight, that'll be at the 48-hour mark. So then we should be able to start downloading it.
All right, bet. That sounds wonderful. You're just dabbing that motherfucker too, so there's a lot of dabbing that motherfucker. I try to hold it upward, like hold the cherry upward and shit. That way the dab like falls down and shit. But yeah, that's fire though. Yeah, I mean I just been chilling and shit, you know, editing and shit, regular shit, same shit different toilet as Smiddy would say. But yeah, like I just said, we got Image Nation shit coming out, 2K22. That's gonna be fire. I hope y'all looking out for that.
Let us know what kind of shit you want to see.
Yup, true.
Because I'm gonna be straight up. I'm a My Career player. I play a lot of My Career.
I've been playing a lot of My Park recently, so you get the best of both worlds. So
yeah. I have so many builds that I've like taken through multiple seasons. Like if I had a character on one build, I would probably have that character would. If I had never made another build and just used one character, that character would probably be on like his 9th or 10th season.
Okay.
Like literally, because I've made so many builds that I've taken to the 2nd, 3rd season, like, and they're all like either like low 80s or low 90s. Most of them are like they're either like an 82, 83 because once you get to a certain point, you don't really have to put anything into your character. Once your character has his primary stuff, like all the rest of it is like I have like a 60 free throw and like a 59 close shot, and stuff like that, and it can go all the way up to like an 86 or something like that. But there's no point. I hit a green light every time I'm standing at the free throw, so I don't unless I'm trying to get to 99. I don't need to upgrade that stat. You know,
that's true.
And I have all my badges, you know, and I'm an 82 overall with all my badges, and I go on fucking Hall of Fame and I drop 82 points, like
true,
15 assists and so like I can still play.
That is true as fuck. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to that, I've been like, I've been thinking more about the build that I want to do in 2K22. So yeah, I've definitely been coming towards doing this D Rose build. So if that works right to how I want it to. That low key is gonna be nice, bro. That's that I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna respect it. I'm gonna because even though like obviously Derrick Rose is a driving artist, if you know that nigga shot, that nigga 3-point shot ain't bad. I remember that one game I hit 2. I hit 2 3-pointers, bro. Literally 2 3-pointers with Derrick Rose, and it even surprised me. I was like, did I really just hit a fucking green light with this nigga? I was like, bro, and after 3, it was just a pull-up, a straight off the dribble. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, what the goddamn? Like,
but, I mean, yeah, like, essentially what you would be making is a slashing playmaker. So it would be the blue chart, and because they said they're bringing back pie charts again this season. So
that's what Aiden's been saying too.
Yeah, but they're adding more pie charts.
Okay.
So we don't know it still exactly how it's gonna be, if it's gonna be a little more customizable, because like, for instance, like they don't have, there's like what I imagine them adding, because especially what they talked about, like I'll show you real quick right here, because
can't you make a girl and take her onto the bike park?
On here?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Are they making that thing for 2K22?
On 2K21 next gen, you can do that.
Oh, really?
Yes, not on.
So if a girl has a PS5, she can literally make like herself and go onto the bike park and shit? That's crazy. Serve up niggas and shit like that. Oh my god.
They have videos of it.
That's crazy.
But so like this is a pure slasher, right?
Yeah.
This is slashing and shooting. But this one right here is slashing and shooting. This one, they're both even, so you get Hall of Fame in both. But
that one has a little bit more blue. Yeah.
Shooting, right? So, and then they have one for shooting more than slashing. They have one for shooting more than playmaking. And then they have one for defensive more than shooting. But they don't have any for playmaking. Like, there's not a playmaking more than defensive, or a playmaking more than shooting, or a playmaking more than finishing. But they have a playmaking finishing chart, and they have the play shot chart.
Okay.
And they have the two-way chart. So I think in the next season, what they're gonna add is they're gonna add a pie chart that's a play shot, which is yellow and green, but it's gonna have slightly more yellow than green. And then they're going to do the same thing for slashing and shooting. And they're going to have a chart that's slightly more yellow than blue.
Okay.
And because
to cover all around aspects.
They're going to make, and maybe they'll add some more with defensive. Like they'll have, that. What they should do is they should make more split charts and have, that could be another thing. Like have one that's more shooting than defensive, and one that's more playmaking than defensive, and one more that's finishing than defensive. If they just added those 6 charts, they would open the game up so much more.
That is definitely true.
They would make the game a lot more open, because then you could start playing builds in much different ways.
That's some true shit. That's some true shit.
And they're supposed to be adding more, like overall, you're just going to get more badges in general.
True.
Than you normally got. They're increasing the cap, so instead of only being able to have 30 badges in one category, you're going to be able to have, I think the max is 40 now.
Yeah, the dab's hitting the boy. That dab hitting the boy.
Yeah. But don't quote me on this, but I think the max in each category can be 40. You're not going to have 40 in each category, but the max is 40. And you can have, but they're saying that people are going to average around, like in this game, they would average around like 50 to 60 badges. In the next game, they're saying you're going to average around 80 badges. So you're going to have way more badges to pick through.
That sounds like crazy, yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to be able to get
I remember we were talking about it, too. Yeah,
you're going to be able to get a lot more badges.
I've watched it. Aiden was watching a few videos a couple nights ago on stream about it.
Yeah, which then takes me back to this. Because you want to model it after all-time Derrick Rose or current Derrick Rose?
All-time.
Or even Derrick Rose back in...
College?
No, you can do... I think they have Derrick Rose from...
Oh, my God! Look at that picture of Derrick Rose with his afro. Is it all-time in 98, though? Holy shit.
That's what I'm asking, though. Different. They're going to be...
Wait, he has Hall of Fame? Oh, no. He has no defensive.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Hall of Fame downhill.
He's a slash and play. That's for
quick
when
first
you
step and stop and go.
Yeah, downhill is actually a decent badge. It's for when you, and especially for a slash and playmaker, because you're gonna be dunking the ball a lot. So downhill makes it so when you when you're going in transition, like say the other team shoots the ball, right?
Yeah.
And they miss. And you're out standing by the 3-point and your big man grabs the rebound and you start running back. That's gonna having it every point you have into downhill, so bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, you're going to get a bonus speed boost for that moment when you start running back. So anybody who's trying to catch up to you who doesn't have, there's a badge for defensive badge that'll make it faster for them to get back. If they don't have that badge, you're gonna leave every nigga in the dust, and you're gonna have a clear lane literally every time they miss a shot.
Makes sense that he
literally,
would have that.
right.
Okay, Derek, I might gotta make it, my boy. You might. I'm not gonna lie. This motherfucker convinced me. I might have to make this Derrick Rose build.
And in 2K20, it's gonna be easier to shoot too. Or not 20.
I heard they're bringing back
20.
20. They're bringing back 17 style of shooting. Or was it 18?
Shooting, I think it was. They're bringing back 17 dribbling.
Oh, okay.
And then they're bringing back 20 shooting. Which was like literally like I have a two-way slash and playmaker on 2K20 with a 64 fucking 3-point, and I on the park me and Quinn were playing and I was greening every shot. I had a 64 3-point. On this game I have a 83 3-point and I don't green every shot.
Yeah, I barely green my shots too and it pisses me off. Oh my god. Now you're making me want to play 20 now.
Because on 2K because on here you have to have like a 93 point to be able to green consistently.
That's true.
That's what it is. Anything less than that, it's not going to be very consistent. But so yeah, if you want a slash and playmaker, you can get that. You're not going to be very defensive, but that's fine because you're going to make a lot of points. Because you're going to be able to dunk. And then if you are getting more badges, like so he's got, you'd probably have more shooting badges than he has. The way
difficult shot, volume shooter, clutch shoot. Really? You turn off?
You won't have these badges. Like you'll probably have you could probably have difficult shots and volume shooter are good. But you'll probably have like gold rage extender. They're also bringing new shooting badges in. I think it's like 3 shooting badges or 4 shooting badges. I think playmaking and defensive or playmaking and finishing are getting the most or whatever, but new ones like they're getting glue hands again, which was a good one. They're adding a couple of stuff, making it faster for you to dribble and stuff like that. But see, so if you're gonna make a slasher though, I'm probably gonna make something that's more of a shooter. Cause my build was gonna be a 2-way slash and playmaker. So. Cause that gets the that.
Like I said, I had a choice between making. I was for the second option. I was choosing between Kyrie or Damian Lillard, but I kind of wanted to go Damian, honestly. At least to get that range down with the shot. Because if you do the slash and playmaker, then I want to make the most accurate shooter I can. Like. Because Dame had a nice, Dame and Kyrie both had nice ass layouts. Wait a minute, what? He only has 1 green. That's the only
But he has every other badge on gold. That's why my build is like that too. Because you don't. If you have a high enough.
And steady shooter.
Yeah, if you have a high enough shooting overall, you don't need Hall of Fame badges. Same thing with anything. If you have a high enough ball handle, you don't need Hall of Fame. You don't need Hall of Fame like ankle breaker or stuff like that, because you're gonna catch, if you have a 95 ball handle, you're gonna catch ankles all the time because you're gonna dribble so fucking fast. Especially yeah, and then he has every badge on goal, and yeah, he has every badge like ankle breaker, bailout, dimer, downhill, flashy passer, floor general, quick first step, space creator, stop and go, tight handles.
Handles for days too on silver.
But you would get handles for days on Hall of Fame, because that's what I'm saying. He's a play shot, but you, well, I mean, you could get it on goal.
Oh, you're making me decide. Oh, no.
Damian Lillard is a play shot. He also has decent finishing badges too, though.
Oh, wow.
And then he has a 84 3-point and an 85 drive and dunk. So, oh wait, what's his ball handle? Just weird as hell. Cause he gets. He don't have no defensive badges.
Oh, really?
He is a play
Is there
shot.
Is there any like fire good point guard like this that has defensive badges at all?
You to be a good point guard, you have, with defensive badges, you have to make a two-way. Then that's any build with a defensive that has that's defensive as one of its primaries. Okay. Yeah. So for
go to Kyrie.
For a point guard, you would have to do
what would all-time Kyrie be on? Would all-time Kyrie be on on the Celtics?
No, he would be on the what team?
The Heat?
The black team.
Oh, you mean the Cavaliers?
No. Oh, well, he might be
with LeBron?
He might be on the Cavaliers, but I was gonna say I think it's the Spurs, but he probably is on the Cavaliers. Yeah. A 94.
A 94. What's Kyrie now in the current roster?
This nigga crazy though.
What the fuck?
This nigga crazy. And no, current Kyrie. I have Kyrie on my team
Isn't he a 98?
I don't know, but this nigga is not somebody to fuck with. He hits every fucking shot, bro. Like, I swear, every fucking shot.
Uncle Drew.
Bro, and his like, when you get like Hall of Fame, or when you get team takeover or whatever, you get to control everybody. So then, like, literally, I'll pass it to, like, I'll
on the Nets.
Use my character. No, I know. I was seeing if he was on any other Hall of Fame team. But when I pass it to him and I take the shot with him, I hit
Durant, man.
his green window is so.
Go back.
His green. Oh, hold on.
Go forward. Go to John Wall. Wait a minute, what?
He's like a slashing playmaker.
Oh, wow, wait a minute. Yeah, go to his playmaking. How many playmakings does he have?
He's got all of them. 15.
Oh, wow. What's all the gold on finishing?
Oh. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's got all the good ones. You probably just switch, like, you wouldn't really need fancy footwear. You can take that off and put slithery finisher on and then get something different. But, like, he's got good badges.
What's the shooter? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a decent amount of shooting, like 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 9 shooting badges, so then you can get, like, range extender. Like, you can get, like, silver badges like this, but you would just get, like, range extender, maybe volume shooter, hot zone 100.
What's the defense?
They're taking some of them badges out, though. Chase down artist is a good one. Clamps. You don't really need pickpocket. Well, I don't know about 22, but they're taking heart crusher out in 22. Trapper. Yeah, I mean some of these are good, but you could just get rid of some of these and just put like Chase Down Artists on gold, Clamps on gold, fucking Intimidator maybe on silver, and then get like there's a blocking rim protector. Put that on like silver or gold, whatever you have left. Like you can, this is a decent build. I would just change up the badge spread a little bit.
Yeah, you can go back then, yeah.
But hold on, I want to see his stats. 85 driving dunks, so yeah, he gets contact dunks. 80 mid range, 76. So in this build, is more true to like a slash and playmaker.
Okay.
And then you would get some in 2K22 you would be able to shoot better. In this one you won't be able to shoot that good. You could, but you have to learn your shot. But this one in 21 is so hard to shoot. Where's this? Yeah, but a 90 ball handle. Yeah, this is like a slash and playmaker. Bunch of gold playmaking. Well, you could probably get some Hall of Fame badges too if you wanted to. But Hall of Fame finishing, Hall of Fame passing, some defensive, some shooting.
Okay.
And then so yeah, you would have a build like John Wall, pretty much like that Hall of Fame John Wall.
Okay.
But
Jimmy Butler.
Fucking
Derrick Rose. Kyrie Irving. Lonzo Ball.
Oh wait, hold on. Well, wait, which team? Where's Kyrie at?
You passed him. Right there.
Oh, I see him. He's a 91. So no, this one, the other one is better. He was a 94.
And this is Nets?
He's on the Brooklyn Nets right now, yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
But he's good as fuck still, though.
What's the shooting badges?
He's got a lot of them. He's got 17 of them. He has every shooting
It's
badge.
just gold and silver?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Because he has these two Hall of Fame. You normally only get 2 Hall of Fame categories. So this is still a little. Well, I mean, not really, since he gets no shooting or no defensive badges. It's pretty much like you made a player and then you put literally every stat into the finishing, shooting, and playmaking, and then you didn't put anything into your defense. You just worried about scoring. That's all you're scoring and play and facilitating the ball. So like you don't worry about defense at all. So, and this would be accurate because you get 2 categories where you get Hall of Fame, and then you have a bunch of gold shooting badges. So he'll be able to shoot really well. You'll be able to cross up anybody, and then you'll be able to pretty much dunk on everybody too. Okay. So, and then yeah, he has fucking a 30 drive and dunk, which you don't ever need to do. But he had, what was his layup? A 96 layup. Yeah, he can hit a layup on everybody. A 98 mid-range and an 83 three-point. Fucking, what's his dribble in? 99 ball handle. Yeah, this nigga's crazy. He's just purely straight up playmaking. A play shot. He's like a pure play shot. He's gonna score the ball or help you score the ball. And if he passed to you, you better shoot that bitch.
True.
Wait,
was that a Derrick Rose in a blue jersey?
That's current Derrick Rose.
Oh, for the Nets?
Yeah. No.
I mean for the Knicks.
Yeah. But I want to look up Luka Doncic real quick because Luka is gonna be, and we'll switch topics. But Luka is gonna be the cover athlete, and pretty much.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be old girl.
She's on
the deluxe,
the Legends, one of the Legends editions. Yeah. But Luka is the cover athlete for the regular version of the game on PlayStation 4 and 5. Oh,
Who was old dude with like the poofy hair that you used against me the last game we played? That's your point guard. He was like some young kid with like the afro with like curly afro kind of. It was some young kid you chose. I forgot his name. Luca.
Oh, John Morant.
Yeah.
True.
He a point guard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's really good too. He's also a slashing playmaker.
Does defensive have any gold?
No.
Oh, wow, I was gonna say.
He's not really defensive at all. But so
I was about to say he better not have any defensive badges at all. If he did, I would have been surprised. Okay.
So he's kind of like a play shot. Let's see. Yeah. Driving down, close shot, mid range. And what's his ball? Yeah, he's a play shot. So there you go, folks. If the legends and stats live up to what they've used to be, and next gen, what height? Oh, he's fucking 6'7". Jesus. Jeez. Oh wow.
There's no way Luka Doncic is 21.
Yeah. 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 You know how crazy it is?
I thought most of these niggas was like 27.
Most of these niggas, except for the legendary players, are like the same age as us.
That's fucking weird.
Literally, because if you think about it, they go to school, and now a lot of the older dudes, they get straight into the NBA. But after they pass the rule where you have to go to school or go to college for at least a year.
Yeah.
Literally, most of these dudes all they've done is focused on fucking basketball. You know what I mean? They may have been in their hood, in their streets or whatever, doing whatever, but most of the time all they are hung out with their friends, whatever. But most of the time they've been focusing on basketball. So they've been that nigga at basketball. They've probably been the best nigga in their hood, like, or around, like, or amongst the top niggas around for a while, probably since middle school, since elementary school. You know what I mean? Like definitely in high school. So when they go to college and they get it and they're like, all right, I'm about to show my ass off in college, you know, and they go play for a year maybe, you know, and they don't go all the way through school. They're fucking, when you graduate, you're 18, some people 17, maybe 19, but most 17, 18. So then you go to college for a year. You're 19 now, and then you join the league the next year when you're 19.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm not gonna
lie,
that's a lot.
And
yeah.
then
that sounds like
right.
a lot of heavy.
So
shit.
your rookie year, Kobe Bryant joined the league when he was 18.
Also true.
Right. So his rookie year he was 18. Second year he 19. He's playing with Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson. He's 19 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. Didn't LeBron also come right out of high school too?
Yes, I believe so.
That's what I'm saying. For like 20 years,
right?
Bro.
That's what I'm
like
saying, bro. And see, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
all the people we know as legends,
straight to the league.
Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant,
bro. Imagine
Michael, all
Kevin
them.
in high school, bro.
Right.
Imagine how nasty that nigga must have been in high school, nigga.
Exactly. That's my point. So that's why they're so young, because like Kevin, you know what I mean? Like exactly.
Yeah,
so
KD had to come to the league, boy.
So Luka Doncic, and right now, like we know Luka Doncic is dope, but if he keeps on the trajectory that he's been on, in a couple years, he's gonna be like Kevin Durant. When he's fucking 30 years old, he's gonna be have that name ring like
That's
Kevin
true.
Durant, like Kobe Bryant, like LeBron James. So we gonna be looking like they gonna be there's gonna be niggas on the podcast talking about this exact same thing, saying, "Oh, you know how crazy Luka Doncic is, you would never even put him in the same category as such and such. You know that we just know that nigga great. Imagine how that nigga was in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
that's what they gonna say. You know what I
That nigga
mean?
must
Like,
have been
so right, Kevin,
bro,
you know he was. You know what I'm saying?
Especially with that tall of a nigga, bro. Like that,
Right.
like. Imagine seeing him in high school shaking niggas up and three in their face, but also dunking on their shit.
31, 6'10".
How long he been in the league? What, like
Shit.
12 years?
We could literally see. He been since 08 or 07, 08 was his first year. So that's 13 years. 14 years.
That nigga. Wait, he 31. Wouldn't that be like 19? 31 minus 13.
Yes. It's like yes.
Damn, Kenny.
No, that's 18.
Kenny came straight out of high
That's
school,
18.
straight into the league, boy.
Right.
My nigga was shaking
Right.
niggas up so good, he just went to the league straight. That nigga's like, boy.
So literally,
my Jesus.
think about it. Think about it like this.
Oh,
think
my
about it like
Jesus.
this. KD is the same age
God.
as my older brother.
Wow. Whoa.
Literally.
I forgot these niggas are young.
Literally.
Oh, shit. I for some reason I thought Katie was
Literally.
a grown ass man.
Because so he's like
He's
1
the
year
same age
older.
as my brother.
Right. Because my older brother graduated high school in 08. So literally
Nigga,
that means
straight from high
KD
school
graduated.
to the
Yes. Yeah.
league.
That right. Literally. So that
The
means
year he graduated,
so
he went
he
straight
either
to the
graduated
stadium
that year or the year before.
and went straight to the Oklahoma
Right.
City Stadium.
Right.
That's
Right.
nigga, bruh, y'all don't understand
That
this.
shit is crazy.
When it comes to these NBA players, y'all don't know when these like, bruh.
Look at
That
Hold
is
on.
Kevin fucking Durant, bro. This nigga 25.
25 joined in 2017. Right. Bro, like right, bro.
That's straight out of high school.
Right.
Most of these niggas Harden.
30.
Nigga, he a year younger than
He
KD.
joined in 09.
19.
That's 11.
Probably
years
the
ago.
year that he graduated.
Yeah.
So you're telling me all these cold ass niggas are literally
Kyrie.
said fuck up.
Kyrie
fuck.
is 28. Kyrie is
He's
Kyrie is a year older than me.
That is wild as fuck. I thought that nigga was a grown ass man.
Bro,
When did he join?
in 11, 12. So that was 10 years ago, which he was 18.
Oh my God! Imagine Kyrie in high school, nigga.
Bro. Right. Bro.
That's some serious balling.
Literally,
That's some serious
bro,
balling.
Literally, when I was a senior in high school, a junior in high school, Kyrie was joining the NBA.
Literally getting recruited, getting straight recruited before he even graduated. Probably getting straight recruited before he even graduated. That mean I wonder what high school he went to, because most of these niggas went to like top rated high schools and shit like that, like Sierra Canyon and shit like that, some LA high schools and shit like that.
To Duke, that's his. That's the college he went to.
Oh, he went to his. He only went 1 year to Duke.
Yeah, I guess so.
Duke's one of the most top rated colleges in the state, in the country.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He was a Blue Devil.
Yeah. So I mean, like that's crazy.
Bro, what KD, man? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. When that nigga was 18, he was dropping niggas off so good that nigga went straight to the NBA.
Literally.
I wouldn't have even went to graduation, bro. I would have been like, bro, no, I gotta go practice. Yeah, I got a game tomorrow. Your dad gonna be watching me. Your mom or dad probably gonna be watching me tomorrow night too. So like, I can't disappoint them. And that's
Look.
Kobe.
84.
Wait, he was
97. So this is 20.
So when I was born, he was 25. He was my.
No.
You said 96, 97.
That's when he joined the league.
Okay, so when I was born, he was joining the league.
In 2016 or 2015,
Wow.
2016, he was 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm 25 now. That's crazy.
Literally. So he was fucking 96. I was 2.
Okay, yeah.
And that's when he was 18.
All right, well, shit. There really wasn't even that much to really even talk about today. We already talked about Donda, obviously.
Maybe we could talk about the other one.
No, yeah. So I was gonna say we Certified Lover Boy dropped.
Yeah.
So yeah, Drake's out here.
I only listened to a couple songs.
I listened to the whole album. It low key sounded repetitive to me. It brought me back. I'm not gonna lie. It brought me back to like In Between, Nothing Was the Same, and Take Care. Like it brought me in between that era, like when he was still laying down the hard raps, but also laying down the like laying down the hard rap shit, like doing like the fucking like he was just doing like the basic Drake flow, like he was just doing that. Like a lot of songs were like that, just like him hitting that same flow over and over. He had some shit where he was singing for the females. Obviously, a Certified Lover Boy, so all that shit. That's what I'm saying. It was taking me like in between those two projects, like that time where he was still laying out hard shit, but still also singing at the same time.
Right, but what about anything that gives you like views vibes or
nope. Like I said, most of it was repetitive. It sounded like in between that era.
Or Scorpion.
Nope. I didn't even like those albums.
I didn't either.
I did not like those albums at all. Oh yeah, so like I honestly went back to old Drake shit. Like
so, I didn't even finish listening to Scorpion. I listened to
3 songs off the album.
on the first side and then a couple on the second side because one's supposed to be like super like R&B heavy, and then the other one's supposed to be like super rappy.
Yeah.
So that's why I listened to a couple on the first and a couple on the second. And I was like, this is just whatever.
Like, yeah. If we're comparing beefs right now, I'm sorry Drake, but Kanye got you beat out in my opinion.
But I can't lie. The first half, because that shit was long as hell.
Of Donda?
No.
Oh, Survivor Boy?
Yes. The first half of that first song is more of a bop than Kanye's opener. Because
Kanye's opener is Donda.
Right.
Is the chant, though.
Right.
The Donda. I mean, well, yeah, obviously.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you starting.
So okay, I will give you that. Yeah, that's true.
Album,
yeah, that's true.
Kanye's didn't have as much energy in it.
The Donda Chat did start it off, and then it was the Jay-Z song. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When like if I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, put this on,
and then you hear Donda saying,
and then it's like
Donda,
and I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it doesn't really set up.
No, yeah. I think true.
It tells you what you're about to hear, what's about to come up. But if you like, say for instance, you don't know Kanye. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I was saying.
And you don't,
true.
And it's like you don't.
You're definitely not wrong about that.
You don't know that this is about his mom. You're just like, oh, a new Kanye album. I want to listen to it. Sit back, put it on. And you hear Donda.
Yeah, the chant.
Like, okay. I'm. This is interesting.
This is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting.
This is okay. We probably gonna be saying Donda. So,
you're probably gonna be saying Donda.
You know, okay, I get it.
Right, okay.
And then but then it's like, then if you compare it to like a Drake, it's like you don't know who Drake is. You know what I mean?
You get straight bars off the top.
But then the song comes in, and it's like you said, it's like kind of like that Take Care.
Yeah,
like,
he's that's what I'm saying. Like the first song and the third song, fourth song, and the sixth and seventh, he was spitting that old Drake shit. He was spitting that shit though. Like the nigga was spitting that old flow, like all that shit. Like he was spitting that old Drake flow.
Champagne poetry.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That nigga was spitting that old Drake shit. Hit that shit,
yeah. Just this one, I like this song.
That's what I'm saying. Like he came in with his old Drake shit on that shit.
It's long, but this first beat is dope. Yeah, like he.
And that sample that was in there was nasty.
Yeah,
that shit's fire. Yeah.
Now I guess I say like Donda is really easy to remember. Like it's really it sticks out to you, so that it doesn't have that wow factor.
Honestly,
like,
after I heard like
to this again to
30 seconds of her saying Donda over, I already knew what this was. I was like, I just skipped the rest of it. I was like, if she gonna be saying Donda for the next like 2 minutes.
But yeah, the first half of this was dope. The second half of it started dragging. But like, that's my thing. Drake is hit and miss for me. Like I'd be like, oh, I fuck with this one. I'm like, no, this next one is like, this one ain't it. And then the next one I'd be like, all right, this all right. And then the next one be like, oh, this is a bob. Then the two after that, it's like, nah, you know. Then the next one, okay, you know. It's like, so it's like that. That's why he has one of his older albums is my shit. But like
Nothing Was the Same, boy.
A lot of
Nothing Was the Same was the best Drake album of all time.
Since then, nothing been the same.
Right. The fuck, boy.
Like,
so, what did you think about the
my favorite was
leak
later, but
from like Drake must have leaked the song with Andre on it that was supposed to be on Kanye on Donda. And everybody's saying that that verse is gonna resurrect him doing a solo album.
Andre?
Yes, because everybody's saying he snapped on it. Everybody's saying that leak of Andre rapping on Kanye's thing that he gave for that was fucking disgustingly amazing. Because like that's the thing about Andre, and like you only gotta you can only really be Frank Ocean or Kanye or somebody of that caliber to ask Andre to just get on a track with you, bro. This nigga and Kanye didn't even use it. It's like, nigga, bro, Andre 3,000 barely even hops on tracks. This nigga's the Godfather, bro. And it's like, bro, for that nigga to like just like be cool with just getting on niggas songs like that, bro. That's so crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
Okay.
Like that's Andre for you, bro. Andre is the GOAT. Andre is the Godfather. Do not talk down to him. Yeah.
Where can I find him, though?
Because, like, bro, Mr. Andre 3000, know what he doing.
Don't he, though? Where can I find this leak, though?
He's like, I woke up for some money. But now, yeah, I heard that Drake put the leak up. Andre has something to say about it. Go on Double XL, you might be able to find it over there. Andre has something to say about it. I didn't see what Andre said, but like, I don't know. That's why I kind of thought that shit with Kanye getting his album leaked without his permission was kind of real. Cause like I feel like you want to get the features switched out for the songs that he already sent in or something. I don't know, for something like that. But obviously it's Kanye; he can do whatever he wants. But like, bro, having Andre on that album would have been crazy because that nigga only gets on Frank Ocean albums. If it's not Kanye's Frank Ocean, and Frank Ocean's not coming out with shit in the next like 2 years, like, bro, I don't know anything else Andre has got on besides a Frank Ocean song. Is that the leak? Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, for real? Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if this resurrects Andre coming back with the samurai sword and hacking something new. Oh, shit, the camera died, though. But I'm going to need it, though. Oh, fuck.
Damn. Bro, that almost brought tears to my eyes. That shit was...
Yeah, hearing that flow again is like...
Damn.
It's like niggas keep finding like Andre like scrolls like they're like tapes like they're scrolls.
Bro.
And like you go into like a hidden library and find an Andre tape and then it's just a verse with no beat. Mama. And you can just take that verse and then put it on a song. Like, damn. Bro, hearing Andre's voice.
That's heavy.
I don't think y'all understand. Hearing Andre's voice on a beat again, spitting a bar is like, bro, it's like finding the lost tapes. Literally, it's like finding lost tapes, like scrolls. If you find that shit, it's a gem. That's worth a lot of money. I don't know if Andre charges for features. Probably not, because that nigga only gets on 2 people's songs. But imagine if he did, though. Like, how much that would be. Like, bruh. That's like bro, like I said, finding a lost tape in the hidden catacombs of fucking Atlanta music. Like, bruh, imagine just finding like a solo library of Andre verses, like, and you just get to go through them and listen to each one and be like, oh shit, oh this sounds fire, oh shit, like that should be nasty, bro. Like, oh my god. But shout out Andre, shout out Kanye West. Wow. I really need y'all to do something in the future. At least come out with like an EP or something, Andre. Like, do it with Frank or Kanye or something. Like, please.
Like, I think the things that Kanye does goes back to the other conversation we were having. Yeah. I think the things Kanye does have always been for himself. You know, like it's not about, but not. Like he's very focused on himself, so it's hard to see outside of that. Because like the fact that he didn't release the thing with the cowboy dude, or the thing he didn't release
that's what I'm saying. Like, with Soulja Boy.
With Soulja Boy. Like he's sitting
on gems
on a fucking Andre 3000 feature.
That boy sitting on a crystal right now. Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know.
Come on now, it's something. I don't know. It's him. It's him. He's on him.
I need to hear that whole song. I need to hear that whole song. I need to hear how he's how he comes in on that. Like
he probably got a whole B-side to Donda. You know what I mean? Like,
ooh, that would be.
Come on now, like
nigga, 25 songs, and then you got a whole B-side with 16 more. Oh my schmeezes.
See this what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah, bro. Donda was the one for me.
I have to listen to it. I only
remote control, bro. Literally, bro. Like I said, chat. When Smid sent me those leaks, it was at 3:00 in the morning. I literally woke up, made a bowl of cereal. I packed a bowl. I finished the bowl of cereal and then played that album from the first song to number 16. Nigga, when Moon came on. When you hear Don Toliver sing that, I wanna go to the moon, don't leave so soon, don't leave so, like, bro. And he's dating Kali Uchis, so I'm pretty sure that boy has been like giving him like vocal coaching and shit like that, like, bro, because he's turning into a little bit more of a singer. Like, that nigga, he didn't even rap on that. That Kid Cudi rapped on that. That nigga just did a whole chorus and it made the song. Kanye did Kanye even say anything on that song? I don't even think Kanye even said anything on that track. He just gave it to Don and Cudi. Because hearing that elegant ass voice sing, bro, like, oh wow, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Like,
I think just like I said, Kanye's been.
And then having Travis Scott and Keem on there.
Right. Kanye might not be in touch with like the city.
He tried to with that last,
Right.
He definitely tried to with that last listening party.
Right, but that's the thing. Kanye's been out of touch for so long. He thinks that the things that he does is what keep him in touch.
Because he keeps trying, like, remember the Sunday service shit? Right. Yeah.
But I think the thing that he doesn't understand is, like, I don't think he takes the time all the time to hear other people. Like, and that's just, I don't know that for sure. I don't know Kanye, but that's just based off of the things that I hear and the conversations that other people have about him. Like when T.I was talking about him, when like Killer Mike was talking about him and all that stuff.
True.
Like Chance and when they were working, when Chance talks about working with Kanye on Chance's album, you know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of, I don't think Kanye takes the time to, in the moment, hear what other people saying, and he might understand at a later time. But the type of person Kanye is, he works off of that energy based, like that energy form of moving things forward. So like if he feels something, he's gonna do it. He wants to drop it. He wants to put it out. So he might not, or he wants to say it. So he might not learn the repercussions of something until after it's already said and done. And then he will figure out that he was wrong about something or how something affected somebody else. And then he'll go about doing something a different way. But like, I think he's just more focused on doing him. You know what I mean? Like, so, but I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Sometimes it can be misguided, but that's everybody. you know, like not everybody has the answers to everything. So you just have to recognize that you don't have the answers. And I think that's what it is. A lot of people believe that they have answers to something that they don't always have.
That is true.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you don't got the answers, Sway. You don't got.
Exactly.
Hey, you don't got the answers, Sway.
Exactly.
But was he wrong though?
Was
he really wrong that day?
No,
was he really wrong
I
that
think
day?
at that when he was talking about, he
He
right.
is a musical genius,
right?
like,
And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
He's
we
proved
need
it.
to focus on
he a prodigy.
on the actual problem. People need to start listening.
He doesn't
to
count
what
though.
other
Yeah,
people are saying. Yeah, you know, like because Kanye was right, but also Kanye was wrong when he in the way he approached Sway because he wasn't listening to what Sway was saying, and he wasn't actually trying to have a real dialogue. He instantly got offended. You know what I mean? But he was right in what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Same thing with the Taylor Swift. He was right in
That
what
Taylor
he
Swift
was
shit,
swaying, in what he was saying, but in the way he approached it was wrong because he took her
literally took
moment
the mic from her
and made her moment a
boy.
laughing stock on something that she didn't have. Even if the Grammys is racist or whatever, and how they nominate people, how they do all that stuff, even if that is racist, it's not Taylor Swift's fault that they chose her. Like, she was nominated.
She was blowing the fuck.
You know what I
she
mean?
was blowing the fuck up
she
during
was
that
doing
era
well.
too. She
You know
was
what I
blowing
mean?
the fuck
Beyonce
up,
was also
boy.
doing amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift was doing.
That was
well.
in the time
and
Taylor
that's
Swift
the-
also like was
know?
like 2 years before she got that Kendrick feature, and that even blew her up even more after
yeah,
that.
like she had a lot of brand.
She was getting
diversity,
hip hop features
you
and
know?
shit after
Right.
that, boy. She was
working with
keeping
a
her
lot of
name
people.
out there.
Yeah, so she was doing good.
She
So,
went from all the
like,
crying shit to actually doing some turn up shit.
yeah,
Like,
you know, she aged.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
so, like she,
very well. Like,
and
she was
matured.
snapping, yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. People at the time she was doing her thing. So
Yeah.
that's what it came off in poor taste or made him look more crazy. You know, and people started looking at him differently. But Kanye's always been that way. Same thing when he's like George Bush doesn't care about black people. You know what I mean? Like that was well timed though. That, you know, he said it at the right time, but that's truly and genuinely how he felt, which is what I believe. Like he always talks truly and genuinely how he feels. Mm-hmm. It's just now he does it since he's become rich, since he's been able to remove himself further and further from the masses and what his lifestyle was like when he didn't have money and when he had to be hungry and work for everything all the time. Work for everything in that aspect. Like he had to work to get food on the table, work to make sure, you know, like now he for the past couple years, maybe like the past decade, he's been so rich that he's never had to worry about where a meal's going to come from. You know what I mean? He's never had to worry about if his car is actually going to have gas in it. You know, he's never, and like filling up his tank, if that's going to be the difference of, I got to put $60 in the tank, but I only got $300 and rent's coming up and I don't get paid again until before I have to pay my rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
isn't that, you know, something, he don't have to worry about anything like that. You know, that's all handled. Like, so that's not, and he's been living that lifestyle for a long time. True. You know, like, so once you get to a certain point, that's what I mean. Like you become removed from what it used to be like when you were with people all the time and you had to make sure this went through, because if this deal that I'm doing with Cudi to develop his sound, his thing and everything doesn't work out, I'm going to be all right, but I'm going to invest 6-7 years into this kid and be out. That's a loss for me.
True.
You know what I mean? So, but
time is money.
Right, exactly. But if I'm now the richest black man in the world and I go and put my money behind something or whatever and I don't want to do it, I'm the richest black man in America. I don't care. Like if I lose that money, like I already made that money back. Like I put 3 weeks into that, and in that 3 weeks, off of all the other shit I've done in the past 10 years, I'll go to sleep and make all the money I'm going to invest into this new gig. I'm gonna make all of that in one night, just by sleeping. I'm gonna wake up and the 10 million I'm gonna put into this gig, I'm gonna make 20 million off of fucking spaceships and touch the sky and fucking like cooler, better, faster, stronger, and all power and all. Every song off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Yeezus and all of this shit before that, like before The Life of Pablo, before all of the shit that happened with Taylor Swift, before that
I made that bitch famous,
literally before all of that,
he really got it.
He did.
Ain't that crazy that like that nigga go fuck up your star moment and then make a song about it? I made that bitch famous.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is Kanye West.
Yeah,
that's Kanye. He's always been like that. He's not worried about how other people feel about things. He doesn't care.
That bitch
like
famous.
That's the thing. So people hear him when he say George Bush doesn't care about black people. So they're like, "Oh, Kanye's speaking up for us. Kanye's one of our saviors." Yes, he is a leader that we can look at. But Kanye is not doing it so he can be like, "Oh, Kanye or George Bush doesn't care about black people's feelings." Because I don't give a fuck about black people's feelings. I'm saying George Bush don't care about black people's well-being, which is something that Kanye West cares for. You know what I mean? But he don't necessarily care about your feelings, so that's why he can say something like slavery was a choice.
I always want to get into that topic, but I don't think people are ready to hear what I got to say about that.
Well, slavery.
Okay. So like the thing that I always want to talk about, like especially when like older people bring up like Africa back then and shit like that. Why are we so easily colonized? Like the whole continent kind of was colonized, like
because slavery was a choice.
You're telling me these niggas colonized the whole continent and nobody was ready for it, or even could fight?
No,
niggas off.
No, they colonized because everybody was ready for it. Them niggas showed up and they was like, "Hey, this is what we got." And then some niggas walked over to the...
Because all African tribes didn't get along with each other, nigga. If they gonna pay niggas to sell your asses out, they'll sell your asses out. Like,
it was like, hey, look, we got this, and that. Y'all could fight. Y'all could not. Y'all, we can come to a deal. We can do some things, And it was like, you gonna do what? You gonna pay us how much? All right.
But nobody wants to have that talk, though, bro.
Them niggas over there?
Bro, come on now,
nigga. Them niggas over there... They got hella people. Let's go. Look, I'll show you real
strong
quick.
Black people, this strong Africa, that all strong out. Like, bro, like, bro, if you kind of think about not, I don't want to make it sound like that, but I always thought, bro, like, low key, like, cause, bro, like, dude, like, the Hotel in Rwanda movie, right? How the Hutus and Tutsis didn't like each other and shit like that, and literally was slaughtering each other, bro. Like, that made me think, like, our own race low key would sell us out. Like that kind of looked like that kind like, bro. If the Hutus took over the Tutsis and all that shit like that, and white folks was like, hey, if you sell these people to us as slaves, we'll pay y'all and not fuck with y'all. And like if you just gather up these people, all right, bet. Like
the thing was the beef between them.
It was about like the assassination of their like president or something like that.
But what I'm saying is the beef between them was propagated by somebody else. Mm-hmm. They did not have a beef.
That's true. Yeah,
they were not angry at each other. Mm-hmm. They were fine with each other. And then a group of people figured that it would be profitable to pit them against each other. Mm-hmm. So they created a...
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, nobody wants to have this talk, though.
And then there's that fucking dude who was, like, super rich or whatever, and he owned a bunch of radio stations, and then he had connection and owned a bunch of businesses and had connections with some of the military and some of the white senators and our governors and foreign diplomats who are coming into their country. Yep. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, like, okay, so literally, yada, 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 we're going to rob this place. We're going to blow that place up. We're going to kill a bunch of those people and do a bunch of these things. And then on the radio, I want you guys to say they did it. And then and then all the stuff that we robbed from...
Preach, bro.
All the stuff that we robbed from this group and blamed on the other people, we're now going to sell back to the people who we just robbed. And then give them back their shit to kill the people that we blamed the robbery on. And then when the people that we blamed it on try to say something, we're going to be like, no, them niggas crazy. I told you them niggas was going to say that.
He said, if they ask, I'll plead the fifth.
Hey, look at me. Okay,
right.
Would I do something like
that?
that?
Do I even look like someone that would do that?
This is the thing. They don't even really have an argument to defend themselves. They go, you think I would set something like that up? Okay, hold on. Look at it like this. I've been in your community. I made a lot of money here. I opened businesses.
For me.
Come on now.
He said for me. Come on now. What? But they're all your. That don't matter.
Then they're going to be like, shit, yeah, true that.
He's like, it'd be funny like that. Like they all like a whole bunch of niggas say they want to friend of that one white dude agree. And then the one nigga be like, in the back be like, but ain't they all yours though? Be like, who said that? Can somebody grab him real quick? All right. But yeah, see, like, I mean, stuff in here even happen in your community. Y'all got jobs, don't y'all?
But see, the thing was, the person who was manipulating all of these people, both groups of people, was a black man.
Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Like, we would, like, bro. That's what I said. Like, niggas don't want niggas really.
Like,
that's why I never bring that up to people who are like pro-black and black power. This all that shit like that. I was like, bro, if you think about it, back to colonization, bro. How the fuck did all of Africa get colonized? Can we have that conversation, please? That big of a you telling me these white folks just strolled in here on boats and at the shore? It got deep in this bitch.
Well, yeah, but the way it works is like that part. South Africa and all of that was from, if I'm not mistaken, their primary trading source.
Oh,
because
yeah, true.
They didn't have there wasn't a big like West Africa, North Africa, and all of that stuff. That would be that would be like America, and that wasn't colonized. That wasn't, people weren't there at that time. At the time that the biggest Spanish and all of those
like Cortez and all them and shit like that. All
of
them
those
niggas,
people that would have been coming down and finding that, they would have been gigantic armies that would have been funneling in. So then they could come in and literally just their presence being there now shuts off all your trades from that direction.
True.
Because they are the richest, biggest motherfuckers around. And they're right
Cortez
there.
Cortez wiped out the Aztecs, nigga.
So then...
the Aztecs got wiped out.
Right. So then...
which is fucking crazy, bro. Like, the Aztecs. The niggas who, like, made one of the most, like crazy, like was it, like, the geographic calendars? Like, or, yeah, like...
the Mayans and the Aztecs.
Yeah, the Mayans and the Aztecs made one of some of the most crazy calendar, like, drawouts, bro. Like, what? And Cortez came up in that bitch and said, well, I'm gonna shut all this shit down. So yeah, just pack this shit up. So we have this go fast. Like it's, he said. So you got that, and I brought all these niggas.
Which makes you think if they were able to come in, these groups of people with their cannons and boats and all of this stuff and military trained people. Right.
Right there.
For sure. They would have come in.
Yes, sir.
With this force of people.
Preach.
Right. Against these. One second.
Hit for thought before climax. Y'all listening? I don't think y'all listening, bro. Bro, have Kage and Pro teach a history class, and have us really teach a history class. We'll freak out every fucking body in that classroom.
Hey, I'll go back to reading. I used to read that shit.
We'll scare everybody in that fucking classroom. You really want to know about some real history.
But, so.
Scare the fuck out of all y'all little niggas.
They come in with all this shit, right? And then.
Teach you about fucking colonizers and fucking.
Right.
What was Genghis Khan? What was he labeled as?
Well, he was
a conqueror?
Yeah.
Or like
he was like he was a conqueror.
Yeah, like a conqueror. Yeah, like bro, like nigga, like conquerors and shit like that. Niggas who would just.
It was Kang the Conqueror or Kang. No, that was the different guy. That's a different guy.
Because Genghis Khan was
he was like just he's like the greatest.
Like general or something like that,
he was a great general, but he's like the greatest conqueror. He's conquered the most
of Asia, isn't it?
Well, he's conquered the most amount of the world by him, like under his rule.
And isn't it crazy how like?
Hold on. I haven't finished my point. Though.
Oh, okay,
yeah. These people come.
Oh yeah, come back. Okay, yeah, I gotta hear you.
These people come to these countries like South Africa or Western America or I guess Southern America, Mexico, Mayans and Aztecs, right? And they show up against they're all in their glory on these boats and stuff, sailing in from the sunlight off the shore to land ho, and they're met at the beach, and to talk by these people who they portray as poor or savages, right? Ignorant people, low class. That's how they portray them. Yep. So they meet them at the board or at the water. Let them come in, talk to them or whatever, have these deals or whatever. How come we don't have any of the history of where the Mayan calendar came from, how it was built, how it was? Because
niggas destroyed shit.
So then that makes me think, what truly is a savage? Because the story doesn't add up. Because on one side, you're telling us that these Mayans, these Aztecs, the Egyptians, all of these countries and stuff that you guys came to before you got there, but there's no way that they built the pyramids in the time frame that you showed up on the boat and then left.
He said showed up on the boat and then left.
Like them bitches was there before y'all niggas got there.
Oh, y'all just got done building these bitches?
Okay, yeah, right.
No.
No, y'all
just got done building these bitches.
Yeah, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying.
Y'all just got here, dude. Like, what the fuck? What you mean we just got to build these? Y'all just got here. Y'all never been here before.
Building what?
Building what? Oh, nothing.
No. Those?
Oh shit!
You mean hold on.
Hold on. Wait, give me a second. Three. Is that a cat?
That's a big ass cat.
That's a big ass. How did I get?
Wait.
Wait, hold on. I can't see. I can't see. There's a lot of dust and there's a lot of sand in the air.
There's another one right next to him. Same size.
Holy shit!
Is that Anubis?
Wait, hold on. We ain't done counting yet. Don't go no. Hold on. We ain't done counting yet.
I think that
I didn't. You just saw these?
I legitimately think that's a 60-foot Anubis statue. Damn, look at the carving in that shit. Hold on. Wait.
Is that
Didn't you do that, my nigga?
Wait.
That took you. How long did it take you to do all that carving? Long. Yeah.
We didn't do that shit. Hey, this shit look fire, nigga. So we got what we pay you now?
It's like.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah. We just finished all that shit. We just finished all that shit. Just like 10 minutes ago, right? Y'all was pulling up on the boats. Y'all pulling up on the boats. We just finished that shit.
He said West Coast Customs in Egypt, nigga.
That shit. We knew y'all was coming. We had to clean the bitch up before y'all got here.
We had to clean the bitch up, make it look spicky span.
It just stains on the toilet. What stains? Okay, that's the Power Pine song, baby. Okay, what you mean,
bro? Niggas need to do skits of old time shit and just fucking add in new time shit. He said that's the Power Pine song, man.
We just do that shit.
These niggas
is weird.
These niggas is weird.
These niggas is weird. Listen, see that's what they don't
He's like,
understand.
yo, King, who are these niggas?
See, that's what they don't understand. He was like,
He asked me if we just finished these bitches.
I was about to walk up and be like, hey, what's
I was about to walk up and be like, hey, what's good?
I walk over there and I go, hey, and they go. They all look at each other, right?
They all look at each other.
Like, what's weird?
I didn't ask a question. Like,
hey, they all look at each other. and then they look at me and go, hi, name John.
Name John. What the? Is he talking to you? I just pulled up. I don't know who that nigga is. He talking to you? Did he just say his name was John?
My name Hajuna.
Like, what the?
But they call me Elijah.
What the? This nigga's John. What the? What?
Okay.
Hey, yo, Elijah, who is this nigga, bro? Nigga? Is this yo? Do you know this nigga?
He showed up talking like that. I ain't know what to do. So I looked at him and I go, hi, John.
Hi, John.
Name Hono John.
Name Hono John.
I thought that's how these niggas. Shit.
That nigga said my name, John. Looking dark sick and look like you just now. Just think I went from looking like you now. What the?
These niggas really talking. On that big ass boat.
Yeah, on that big ass boat. Y'all talking like this.
Of them bitches. And then, look, that nigga wearing a suit.
That nigga wearing a suit.
And this nigga walked up to me like that. These niggas extra dumb. Okay, hold on. Hold on. That
nigga, we got King Tut don't know these niggas, boy.
I got you. I'll talk to him.
Talk to him.
All right. And he said, buildings? You just built big triangle.
What the fuck? I be like,
you triangle? Nah, them bitches fell there.
No, them bitches just fell here. What the fuck? Yo, who is this nigga, bro? Who are these niggas, bro?
This nigga said, did you just
Hey, I'm gonna go home. These niggas asking. I have never heard these questions before. Nigga, did we just get? How did? All right,
nigga, is it like the 1600s or shit? Like,
nigga, okay, you said question first of all, nigga. Y'all talking like that and y'all on boats. Where did y'all just come from? Y'all asking us questions. What the fuck?
What is these niggas doing? How you? Y'all should have focused on school instead of bullets.
Y'all should have
stayed out of them streets. I be telling the kids, stay out the streets. See the street, the campfire. Come on, get your ass back to the crib, okay? Get your ass back to the crib, okay? You stay out them goddamn streets, all right? But y'all niggas, y'all all about them guns. All about them guns. Y'all niggas all about them guns. Y'all should have kept that shit. Look, so you got them big ass boats. See, look, that's y'all got big ass boats. Our bitches got big asses. Okay. We knew what health was. Okay, healthy. Okay, that's what they big, strong, and they can go all night long. Okay,
the pyramids. You know, handiwork, nigga. Okay. Pyramids by hand, bitch. Okay, what the fuck? Them big bitches by hand, motherfucking big healthy, motherfucker.
He said triangle.
What the fuck? What is a triangle, bitch? What the fuck?
Nigga, that's a pyramid. Man, you don't know shapes?
Yeah.
Hold on. Big pole. What name? Oh, the circle? Oh, shit.
Oh, the circle? Oh,
shit.
My fucking God. Nigga. I'm pointing at the column over there.
This nigga don't know what a goddamn cylinder is. Okay, this nigga talking about circles.
He said, hey, yo, does King Tut know these niggas here?
I'm going to throw.
He said, does King Tut know these niggas here?
Throw him the frisbee.
Throw him the frisbee.
Throw him the frisbee. Boomerang. This.
Oh my God! All right, go get King Tut.
Right.
King Tut don't know he's here. Did King Tut know that? Y'all wasn't invited. Okay, y'all wasn't invited. Y'all wasn't invited here.
These niggas is crazy. These niggas,
he said, "Hey Tut, what? Did you invite these niggas?" Who are you talking about?
Take me to your leader, please.
Please.
God.
Hey, yo, Tut, these niggas need to talk to you real quick.
Look, bro, I can't talk to these niggas.
He said, hey, Tut, I don't know if you can get to these niggas, but
They speaking like 3 words. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like subject, object, adjective. I don't know. I don't even know if they know verbs. Okay? Like, I don't know.
Bro, they call our pyramids triangles.
Bro,
I know you didn't invite these niggas over here, Tut. I didn't know you didn't invite these niggas over here.
Verbatim, big triangle, you built. I said.
I almost slapped that nigga, bro. King Tut, I almost slapped the nigga. I almost slapped the nigga with the hand of the Sphinx. The hand of the Sphinx, nigga. Oh my God, Tut. He said, Tut, did you invite these niggas here?
And you know what's even crazier?
Oh
I don't want to cape for white people at all. But
oh my God, bro.
And I mean, I guess white people, this is kind of a diss on them too, maybe. But
so
y'all know white people didn't create slavery?
No. Wasn't that a Middle Eastern thing at first?
Well, yes, it was. It was a Middle Eastern thing, but I mean, well, it goes all the way back to like the ancient Sumerians and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
but
yeah, that's all. Yeah, Sumerians.
We're not gonna get into all of that. You know,
like I said, y'all don't want us to teach no history class.
Slavic nation.
Y'all don't want us to get no history class right now.
Slaves as a slur.
We'll have y'all rethink y'all religions in this bitch.
Nigga and niggas, but that's just a whole different thing.
We'll have niggas rethink their whole religions.
White people ain't original. Okay.
Caucasians, bro.
But
Caucasus.
But like, yeah, white people didn't create slavery, even with African and black slavery. Like, so they're not original. They didn't come up with that shit. And before they got to Africa and enslaved people, Africans were already enslaving other Africans.
So, bro,
like,
nigga,
which if you guys didn't understand, I'll break it down for you, was the whole entire point about the pyramids, because them bitches didn't just show up, okay? And it wasn't the kings.
Triangles.
It wasn't the kings and pharaohs and all of that building them bitches, okay? Have you ever watched any movie about Egypt? I'll wait. Okay, and what did them niggas have? Them niggas doing slaving.
Them niggas doing
on the pyramids and the sphinxes and the cylinders and the circles. Okay, all of that shit. They was digging up them hoes, digging. All right, that was what they was doing.
Yo, that's.
And if you take a history lesson,
that is so
those
crazy.
pyramids were built well before the 400 years of strife and slavery we went through. Okay, it was before that. Not trying to diminish our strife.
Way before
but it happened before that.
Oh my God, y'all don't even know. Y'all really don't know. Y'all really don't know, bro.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying.
And niggas want to talk about, bro, like all this like black power, African power. I get it, bro. I get it, bro. We were enslaving our fucking selves back in Africa, bro. This is before fucking colonization, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
I believe in
you know, like, bro, come on now. I believe in it too, but don't reach your arm too far that your knowledge can't keep up with. You're like, nigga, because if you don't know that, and like the second I bring that up, that you start not knowing what to say after that, bro, that shit that pisses me off, because you don't even know accurate fucking history. Like, nigga, what? Tell me what we was doing before colonization. All right, nigga. All right, nigga. Now, religiously, I will have that conversation because, like you said, we were enslaving ourselves, nigga.
Well, before colonization. Oh, you mean like what was Africa doing before colonization? Oh. Got you. I thought you meant like what were people as a whole doing.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about that.
And I was like, well, there's an answer to that.
Yeah, okay. Because like that was because like I like having the different conversation because when it comes to, because I always want to have the talk about. Oh, the camera shut off. Oh, my fault, y'all. Here, let me do that real quick. So I always want to have the talk up to other black people.
You put it on that. That's why I didn't say nothing. I thought you said it to them.
Oh no, did I? I didn't mean to do that. So God damn it. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to find where this cursor is.
It's up at the top right over there. Yeah, there you go. At the bottom right.
Yo, nigga. I low-key found the camera I'm trying to save it for, bro. It's just so fucking expensive, man. We need to get a Sony so I can use these fucking mics. What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Alright. Like I said. Yeah, back on topic. Like I said, I usually like to have the conversation about to black. I usually want to have the conversation to like older black people or something like that about how they feel about them believing in a lifestyle that was used to enslave and manipulate us during colonization, which we didn't believe in before colonization, Christianity.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, see, so then that goes to the thing, like, slavery and all of that stuff is a choice, but not for the people who are subject of the choice.
Yeah.
Like, so, like,
it's a choice to who controls all the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they had to choose to enslave people, and they have the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what they're trying to say is, like, the people who are subject to the experiment they have the ability to choose, and they are choosing not to rebel or revolt or whatever. But the thing is, when you live in a more barbaric
period,
a more barbaric society and stuff like that, you and it's like the strong rise up to the top, and that's what it's about. You have more people, you have more times where there will be a revolution because people are willing
which is crazy,
to
bro.
fight. Right. But in a situation where most societies have come from, where even when you have somebody who rises up and they want to be a leader that's based on like ideals and growth and stuff like that, most often what happens is that person is overthrown in the long run by somebody who is hungry for power.
True.
And most of the time, the person who overthrows them is not usually the first person that person had to deal with. That was just the person who ended up being the most successful. And that person probably even killed off people who were a threat to you to help get a smart nigga. That's what they do. The ones who really, the ones who Caesar and all of that shit, Judas and all that shit in those stories, they were smart.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, y'all.
That's how most people, that's how, like, the Sun Tzu and the Art of War and all that stuff, I
read that book too, man.
That's
oh my
all
God.
that stuff is about. Like,
even with Genghis Khan too, bro. Like
Genghis Khan, all of that. That's what that stuff is about. It's about being smarter and patient and more ruthless and more
evil genius
than the people around you.
Yes.
And to reach your success. It doesn't have, there's no lesson in there about empathy or sympathy.
Nope.
There's no lesson in there about,
it's straight travel and conquer.
It literally, that's all it is.
Travel and conquer. That's how pirates were too. Niggas don't even know the true history about, like, honest true history about pirates.
Pirates are still around.
Like, oh yeah, like even like when niggas having on them big ass boats and shit like that, bro. The second they pull up all in, if they see a shit they haven't seen before, they taking that shit over.
Well, yeah.
What the fuck? Well, not all, but like they were running in places like pirates used to like land ho, nigga. We finna take this shit over. This shit look like it's very like this shit looks sweet, so we finna do this shit.
And pirates have more of a code, but
yeah,
like,
true.
They but like in a situation like that, like pirates and stuff like that, like you have a lot of loyalty and stuff to your captain. But so like that's what I mean, like in a more ruthless, when it's like all based off of like the pack, like when it's based off of like a military front of
like there's one top person that's over everybody else.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying. It's more of a more far from society based thing. When it's people are going to try to overthrow you by force. That's not, people don't do that. So like, and that's what I mean. Like when it comes to the argument of slavery as a choice, slavery was a mental thing. They enslaved people mentally so they could enslave them physically.
That's what I'm saying. That
so
could, bro.
They
made it
shit, so they wouldn't want to join up and try and fight against you because of what they assumed would happen if they did. And if you and honestly, it's really, it's ingenious. It's not ethical and it's not necessarily right or anything, but it is ingenious.
Bro.
If you
evil geniuses, bro.
If you don't know, there's some letters out there that you can read. I'm not gonna say them on air. I'm not gonna, but there's some letters out there you can read. Go look up the history of slavery and go.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Go look up some of those writings and stuff like that and read those, and you'll figure out how they use that. And that thought process in those writings is how they comes directly from the art of war, and is directly inspired by that, and it is how they use the mentality on how they use a lot of things moving forward. The first guy who wrote the books about business and how to be the most successful business person you can be, his biggest inspiration for those, by his own words, Sun Tzu and the Art of War. The niggas who run the most ruthless gangs, the niggas who run the mafia, the niggas who run who are running up shooting people who are not well, I'll retract that. The people who you are afraid of, who built the idea that they would run up and shoot on you, that you are afraid of, that you give names to and all that stuff, that you call as like terrorists and menace to society and all that stuff. Their code and ethics of conduct, Sun Tzu, Art of War. That's what they read that's what they had them reading in prisons. That's what they had them reading everywhere, and in business school. Like, so that's like it's everywhere. That's how the society runs. So if you want to understand, go read those, and we'll see, and then maybe that'll help you be a little more successful or something.
Hey, bro.
Like that's what our society is based in, those teachings. So usually the most successful people in our societies use those styles of teachings. Now you do have outliers and anomalies of people who don't act like that, and people who are successful through very intrinsic ways and authentic ways. But like, that's it. It's all about how can I get over and get better. Like, so when you have somebody to look at as the best, and that person can come in and gain everybody's attention instantly, and you hear from word of mouth what that person is capable of. You're not going to threaten that person. And the best example I could have that gives you a visual of what it would look like, this is funny, I talk about this all the time now because it's one of my favorite shows to watch now, but the best one is fucking The Walking Dead. But so this is a spoiler if you haven't seen this far, so you can hop out and hop back in. But if you haven't seen this show is old as fuck, okay? And you gotta watch it. But if you ain't seen it, you too late. But this is like season 6, season 7 of The Walking Dead or whatever. But the best embodiment of this is Negan. Because because like literally, and then he talks about it later on. Like I've just seen the episodes where you actually get him by himself and he talks about why he does the things he does. But like literally, he's extremely straightforward. But it's like literally one dude jumped in the middle of him trying to stop somebody. And he was like, no, we can't have that, right? And he was like, you get one warning. This is the first warning. This is the first time you've ever heard me say this. So that's your first warning. Don't let it happen again. But because we absolutely will not tolerate that behavior. So then it goes on for a little bit. Somebody else jumps in. And then he pushes him down and he goes, I told you that is something that we absolutely will not tolerate. And he is saying this after he has just bashed somebody's head in with a barbed wire baseball bat.
I forgot what he called that. I forgot.
Lucille.
Yeah, Lucille.
And
he's just God, I forgot about Lucille. Oh,
and
shit.
the second time somebody's jumping up to stop him is because he just bashed their head in. And he's like, no, see, I told you, we will not have that. And the person who jumps on him, they pull that person back into the line, and he steps back and he's walking back towards that person. And he's like, all right. And like I told you, this is a behavior we will not tolerate. The first one, I got you because of all of the things you did before that. But now the second one is because you don't listen. And like I said, we will not tolerate it. So, round 2. Knock somebody, the person, not the person who jumped on him, the person immediately next to him. Knocks the fuck out of this nigga and starts beating the shit out of him with this baseball bat. And it's terrible because it's one of my favorite fucking characters in the show who is getting the shit beat out of him. And like R.I.P. Glenn, because that's that nigga. But he got
Asian nigga?
Yeah, he got
that was when he did get fucked up.
And he fucked him up.
Because didn't he capture him from the dude's group?
They all got captured.
Oh,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. That's how they destroy you. That's the genius of Negan. Negan is so smart. He planned it out well in advance. They killed some of their people, and then they killed some of their people, and then they invaded and then later on they go to save this other group from the saviors or whatever. So they invade their one of their outposts, and they go and kill a bunch of the people at the outpost, and they think that that's all of the saviors. But then they go one day, one of the main characters who's pregnant gets sick. Glenn's wife gets sick. So then they leave to go up back to the hilltop, and they don't know that there's more saviors. But they pull up to this road or whatever, and there's a couple saviors in the road, and they hop out and they go, all right, you guys can surrender right now. We can have a conversation, and you can bend your knee and bow to the saviors. And you can follow us, and you provide for us, and you won't have any more problems. But somebody's got to die. And but they had a person in front of them to prove their point, to show that they needed to sacrifice, right? So they walk back and get into the RV, and then they take another road over there. And then at this next road where they have them blocked off, because there's this one hilltop that they're trying to get to, and there's multiple roads to get to it. So at the first road, they had like 3 cars sitting there. Or no, they actually had like 2 cars, and then literally it was just like 5 dudes standing in the road. And then they'll go to the next stop. Then there's like 6 cars. And then like a couple people sitting up front. And then they go to another road. And then there's like 30 cars sitting there. And they're like, all right, and then they go and pull around to another road. And then the whole road is blocked off and is covered and is being like doused in, it's on fire and everything, right? So then they try and dip off, and then they go, all right, they're only tracking the RV. They're not tracking the people inside. They don't know how many people are inside the RV at any given moment. So if we hop out and split up, they can't track both of us, right? So they pull off the road, leave one person in an RV. He votes to go, and he drives off or whatever, right? So they all get out of the RV carrying the sick chick, and it's like 8 people, right? And they start running through the woods or whatever. And they're like, maybe like a mile away from the place that they're trying to get to, right? Okay. And they're running through, getting through and everything, and they're fine. There's no zombies around or whatever. They're muscling through, and next thing you know, they walk into this big clearing. Shoof, giant lights pop up. And they're completely surrounded by people.
What the
on motorcycles and black jackets. And then their RV is sitting in the middle of the room, or of the middle of this clearing. And then the dude who told them that if they just bend the knee or whatever and come, he's standing there and he's like, this is the issue. You guys didn't listen.
Oh,
So now, so now, you guys actually have to meet him. And then
He said-
he walks up to the RV.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, hey, everybody.
He walks up to the RV. Then Negan
damn it,
opens the
this-
door, throws Lucille, and goes, well.
He's like, God damn it.
Right. And then he explains the whole thing to him. He goes, and he goes, I'm Negan. You guys are going to regret that you met me in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And he's real straight to the point. And then he literally walks her up and down, and he has like literally a 2-minute conversation. And at the end of this 2-minute conversation, he beats the living shit out of somebody. And then
His name goes like, yup. And
yeah, and the first time he hits him with the any, mini, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very. Oh no, the other day he goes like, catch a tiger by his toe. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are it. But literally,
yeah,
he
fuck
literally
that.
does this for like,
that's funny.
like he has like
Yeah.
a 30-second explanation, and then for like a minute and a half, he's walking around doing this, and then he literally gets to the last dude, and he goes, boom, and he's staring this man in the face, and he goes, all right, so after we start, nobody will yell. Nobody will move. Nobody will try and stop me. You can cry, and you can do whatever you need to, because I'm sure you're going to be doing a lot of that after this. But let's get started. It just hits this nigga right on the top of the head. Nigga gets back up, and he goes, ooh, strong. A lot of fighting. I like that.
I have a barbed wire bat, nigga.
A wooden barbed wire bat, though. But Negan is like a 6'3".
That's what I'm saying.
240-pound.
Oh, trust me, I know, nigga.
Right.
Playing that nigga, taking this over.
The person that he is beating over the head is also like a 6'5", muscle-bound, redhead, 300 muscle-bound nigga who's staring this nigga in the face on his knees, like, and this nigga, ha, and he.
Oh no, nigga.
And then Negan's, ooh, okay. Ha! 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 And just beating the shit out of this nigga. Like, but he says it, he's like, this is the example. People don't do anything because they know what I will do to them. Then you find out there's another crew in there that is a village literally full of women. Literally, only women. And then you find out that later on that in the past they had a run-in with Negan and they were working for him, and then they decided to go against him. So literally what Negan did was he took all of the men and killed he either killed all of the men or took whatever and killed all of the boys too and took them. So literally, the village was left with only women in it.
That's
and
fucking
like,
crazy.
Then there was another group of people that you see who Daryl runs into, who he literally killed everybody that they loved because they were working for him, providing for him, and then they decided not to. So he literally killed everybody in the village. Like, so,
bro, and that's how shit,
so
bro. Like,
and then inside of his.
That's crazy, bro.
In what do they call it? Sanctuary. Inside of the sanctuary, even the people work in a tier system. So they have the people at the bottom who are like they're the workers or whatever, and they set up barricades for the fences and stuff, and have to go out and actually work directly with walkers to help and damn near risk life literally every day, all day. Or they have to come up with food, they have to whatever, and they're treated like peasants. Like, and then there's the people above them who are like the guards or whatever, who are whatever, and literally the guards can walk up to anything that the workers have and go, claimed, write their name on a little book, and then take their shit, whatever they want to. Literally, you could buy food and pick it up, and one of the guards could walk up to you, take the food out of your hand, claimed, write their name, and walk away. And now you just you spent your money on your last bit of money on that piece of food, and you can't get your money back. The person who you paid the money doesn't have to pay you your money back. So now you're broke and hungry, and nobody will say shit about it. And then there's the leaders who are like the leaders of like the 3 leaders of the guards.
That's how it works.
Right, and they're lieutenants and shit. And then there's Negan, who sits at the top. And when he walks into the room, everybody kneels. But he keeps everybody down and afraid because and also, like, a lot of the people who came in, he was like, yeah, oh, you betrayed me, so now I'm gonna kill you. And then there's like one of his people who's rising up the ranks in command. He fucking his wife, who he came in there, was like, all right, if you spare his life, I'll marry you. Told that to Negan. So the dude he was gonna kill this dude. So instead, Negan was like, all right, fine. So now, instead of killing him, he just burned his face with a fucking hot iron, a hot ass iron that was literally put in a kiln, like a hot iron, and literally picked that bitch up, burned this nigga on the face with it. So now he's marked as this person. He's betrayed Negan before, so now you're marked with it. So everybody knows that you've betrayed Negan before.
Bro, that's
right.
Fuck
but
that.
he didn't kill him because his wife agreed to marry him to spare his life. And the woman is a beautiful woman. She was fine as hell. So like he was like, oh man, I need a hot piece of literally I need me a hot piece of ass like that. So literally he was like, all right, so I'm not gonna kill you. But he had like 9 other wives, which means he's done this before to other people. Like, so that's but that's the same time when you read those letters and shit, that's exactly how they explain that shit. That's exactly how they do that shit. And you can read the brutality, but if you watch The Walking Dead, you will see that shit in live action, how that shit really takes effect. So slavery, yes and no, is a choice. Like, you can choose to get up, but the risk you run is, if I stand up and do something, what if they don't kill me? What if I get up and I go and try and kill the master of this plantation or whatever and take out some of the people? And then, so what if they catch me, we fail, they string me and all of my conspirators up in the middle of the field, and then they beat us within an inch of our lives, but then go kill our families. They go kill our sons.
Kind of like that dude that killed Nipsey, and then the everybody, like his whole lineage, maybe his whole family
they
just
killed
gone,
everybody he loved,
gone,
and then they killed him.
Gone.
Or I don't know.
I think he's still he's still in jail.
He's still in prison. Yeah,
but bro, but imagine hearing that.
Exactly. But that's damn,
and that's
nigga. What I'm saying. The system over time has become more refined. It used to be a lot more barbaric. So they would take you and just string you up in the middle of places and then kill you and be like, hey, this is how you do it. But now they don't have to do that. They could just be like that. Like, they killed Martin Luther King, they killed Malcolm X, they killed Fred Hampton, they killed all of these people, you know what I mean? Like, and they made everybody else martyrs, you know what I mean? Or they locked them in prison, so you don't even know what happened to them. They could be alive, they could be dead, and they probably they could have killed them the first day they went to prison and never reported it. So we just think that they're still in prison, maybe they'll get out one day, you know what I mean? Like, but they could all be dead, you know what I mean? Like, so, but that puts the fear into you, you know? So you don't want to get up and say something because out of fear of, like, especially like older people who've seen it happen, who were there to witness it firsthand, you know, like a fucking fire hose, that does a lot of damage to a body.
Yeah, no lie.
Like,
that shit puts out house fires.
Bro.
Not getting that. Bro,
that will break a
white
window.
Folks really pulled up with them bitches and dogs,
bro,
and suck them dogs on black people, bro.
Being attacked by a Rottweiler or a pit bull,
no, nigga, no.
While you're also being sprayed with 150 pounds of water per second, like.
Nigga, you getting your ass whooped by Lucario and Blastoise at the same time.
What hurts? Like, all of it, nigga.
That's Lucario and Blastoise at the same time, nigga.
I'm losing an arm and trying to fend off water at the same time. What am I gonna do? I can't even attack the dog. It's literally, I'm gonna go. 1 second. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, bro. Come on, that's fucked up, bro.
That's some fucked up shit. That's
like,
some
imagine
real
going
through
shit, that.
Y'all.
Imagine seeing on the news your kids going through that, your man going through that, your wife, your siblings go through that. Like, if you make it through that, no matter how much progress you make through that, a lot of the people who survived are going to be scarred. So then when the next event happens like that, and you go up to your grandma who lived through all that, and they're like, yo, I'm thinking about taking a stand for this. I'm going to get out and I'm going to go fight. Baby, please don't do that. I've seen what happened.
If she don't reply with that,
you know what I mean? Your dad, your moms, you know, the people, like, because some of us have older parents. Like, some of us have, like, much older parents, you know. But, like, so, like, they've seen that shit. And so when they telling you not to go out and do that, it's coming from a place of fear.
My ex, bro,
experience.
She called me, like, obviously she lived, like, in Minnesota, like, where it's, like, bro, she called me in front of the police. Like,
yeah, I remember.
Like, bro, like, downtown, they were in a line,
yeah,
throwing cans at niggas and shit and spraying niggas. She literally called me on FaceTime in front of the row, like face to face. Literally said, "Fuck you," like a mother, like, "Fuck you, bitch ass nigga," right to the nigga face, and flipped him off, and then walked off, and then, like, continued to talk to me.
All right, so like, then let me ask you a question.
She also got hit with a tear gas can.
Right. Even makes the point. The question I'm about to ask you,
but I was so inspired that day. So, like, that shit was fire.
Do you think that for even in current times, or even if you want to track it back to, like, slavery, the start of it and the end of it,
okay,
do you think that people standing up and fighting and going out, and when I say fighting, I mean, like, literally people who are willing to go out and pick up arms and yell at the people they feel are oppressing them or attacking them or doing whatever, those people who are willing to get up and fight and do that and those actions, do you think that carries more weight in the terms of dismantling the oppressor, as opposed to the person who stands up, who takes a stance? And that's why I won't say fight, because I want to be specific. The person who gets up and takes a stance on something, and gets everybody together on the mental side, and they get them. And
are you asking which one's, like, more beneficial?
Which one do you think carries more weight in dismantling the system that you're trying to destroy? So do you think it's worth? Yes, together? And so that's what I'm saying.
You're saying which one works, fighting people, or fighting or bringing people together?
Right.
I mean, you have to bring people together to fight, right? Because that's true revolution.
What I'm saying is, and this is why I'm using the word taking a stance as opposed to fighting. Because I am saying, this is why hold on. This is why I'm saying specifically. I'm not saying that they're not both fighters, but I'm saying specifically the action of trying to physically harm somebody. Who you feel is oppressing you. That's what I'm talking about. Not all protesters, but the protesters and the people who are willing to walk up to police officers and attack them, throw things at them, fight them. If the police charge them, they're going to fight back. They're up in arms. They're holding guns. Do you think I'm talking about those people who are fighting, who are who are willing to assault
POV? No, it was like the people like the people of guns the people for color of guns or something like that.
Oh, right.
Like the group of all those black people that walked into the police with all them guns on them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The people who are willing to take physical action against people, as opposed to the people who are willing to take the mental side, who are willing to unite people mentally against their oppressor.
I feel like at some point, either or is going to happen.
Right. I know that, but which one do you think is going to be the most beneficial in destroying the system, into taking down the oppressor?
Hey, okay. You know what? I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Viva la revolution, shit. Hey, fighting up, nigga, shit. It's like, cause like I had to get into that conversation with my aunt when she was talking about all this destroying, like, cause people had to even get on my cousin about that, cause he was tripping about that. But when it came to like you know, like people were saying like we're destroying our own communities and stuff during all this stuff and all that shit like that. But what I was seeing, because I was in Minnesota during all this happening, like when the National Guard was coming through telling people to stay in their house, I was there through that shit. I didn't get none of it on film. I'm mad as fuck about that. But when they originally shut shit down, and then that George Floyd shit was happening, I was out there for that. But it was like, bro, like, I mean, it worked kind of. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to all the old heads bringing up when they tried to do it back then. And because that's the main thing I would see, old heads trying to bring it back in the sense of when we tried it, it didn't work. But the thing that what I saw that they weren't getting is that it's not just us now. Like, low key, it was everybody this time. We had white folks, Asian folks, Hispanic folks, black folks, all fighting for like Black Lives Matter type shit. Like we had them fighting and also had them gathering peacefully and shit like that. Because so also when it came to the whole peaceful side, like us just like you said, gathering on some mental shit, us gathering for peace to just have like a nice like protest that don't lead to no extra shit. Us just standing here with signs, we might sing and chant some shit, but after like 2 hours doing this shit, then we all disperse and that's it. Like,
no, what I'm saying is,
like, what do you mean on the mental side? Like,
extreme
of the mental side,
to the extreme of the point where you're like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, where if they were to attack you, you still wouldn't do anything. You still wouldn't.
So is that what you mean by the mental side?
Right. I'm saying who is purely intrinsically stuck on the idea.
Okay, because I thought you meant by the mental side like something else. Okay.
Right, because no, right. I'm not talking about somebody who's willing to take up arms. I'm talking about somebody who is purely will not physically or anything believe that they will win this fight if they have to physically assault somebody, or if somebody has to be physically assaulted to win it.
So what did you say that those people who believe that isn't the way to win it would be the people who just do like the regular protesting? Who just like, just like meet up at a park or something and just stand there and just wave a sign and be like, don't like, like Black Lives Matter and just chant that and that's it? That's
some of them, but then you also have to think of people like Martin Luther King.
Okay, well that's true. So okay.
Martin Luther King was a pacifist, and he was one of the most inspirational voices of the civil rights movement. He made some of them. He was a part.
Okay, yeah. Now that I know that, what you mean by it?
But then you,
God damn it.
But then you also have like the extreme Malcolm X. After he got out of prison and he got out of why can't I think of it? The Nation of Islam and everything, and he was on his own thing. He was also not about violence. Yep. He also was like, there's no need for violence against these.
I thought Malcolm X was saying if they got guns, we got guns.
That was when he was in the Nation of Islam and before he went to prison. There's two different Malcolm X's.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's why that's part of why I'm asking the question.
Okay, all right. God damn. But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like even Malcolm X said that. Like, yeah, we can we can protest and all that stuff and all we want to be passive, but at some point, like if you push us back too far, we gonna end up pushing back, and it's like. Because and that's what I'm saying. Like when it goes back to my point of like seeing that. Okay, like I said, I believe in the Viva la Revolution. So yeah, when it comes to fighting back, I believe that honestly works better. Right, okay. Honestly,
that's all I want to know.
Okay.
Now, here's my point. This is why that doesn't work. Because that's what they want you to do.
I know.
Because that's what most societies who have failed in war and been burned away, like the Mayans and the Aztecs. That's what they did. The Romans, like. That's what I'm saying. So,
I just love revolution. I love the idea of it.
But like the thing is,
but I know it really don't work though.
Yeah, because you're fighting a system that's been fighting you longer than we have been fighting.
That is true.
We are most of the people who are being oppressed by these oppressors even though we're not all from the same family, we come from a generation of oppressed people. The poor class has always been oppressed. So, and most people who are rich most of them get their finances and their riches and wealth from inheritance, from their families being able to pass it on generation after generation. Most of the people who have the controlling investment in how the way the world functions, like the people who own Walmart,
I feel what you mean.
Amazon, the people who own who are part of the people who are on a part of our top Fortune 500 companies, the people who have the richest people in the fashion industry, the richest people in the drug and pharmaceutical industry.
Hey, we live 10 minutes from one of the richest women in the world in the country.
The people like that, all of our richest people who have a controlling interest on how our money flows, the richest people in our banks, most of their money came from their parents, and all of the people under them who are rich, their money came from
generational wealth.
Right. So they come, and we, even though we're not all from the same family, no matter what color we are, we come from generational poverty.
Yeah.
We live in hoods. We live in poor communities. We live right. Yeah, sure. So the thing was, that's what happened with the New York fires and the New York riots. They rioted and set their own neighborhoods on fires with help of other people. But the reason that especially shit that doesn't work, even if you burn down the Walgreens, that is not owned by anybody in your community, right? The Walgreens is insured.
The Walgreens.
Right. The Walgreens is insured.
Like, damn, I'm on the Walgreens.
All of the people who matter to Walgreens are all going to get relocated. That building is going to get paid for. Walgreens is
to get rebuilt.
Well, even if it's not, what's what I'm saying? The company Walgreens is going to make all of their money back, right? So then the only thing that happens is most of the people who work at Walgreens live in that community, except for maybe like 2 people, and that's like the what is it? Like the district manager who probably comes in there every once in a while, and then the actual person who runs the store who gets paid the most amount of money. Those 2 people will have.
That's true.
Those 2 people who are responsible for that store, they will be okay. But then your regular store manager, everybody under that,
them,
they probably all live in that community,
and now they don't got a job.
They don't have a job. Yep. And then since the Walgreens Corporation now knows that these people will set the buildings on fire, that community is now has a higher crime rate. So now you're going to have less and less places that want to move into your community, which then the only places that want to move into communities like that are liquor stores. So then you have a liquor store right on your corner.
Or like a church.
And now the teenagers are all going to that. They were not able to get access to alcohol as easily before then, but now you have 16, 17, 18-year-olds going into the liquor store and then giving it to their 13, 14, 15-year-old siblings, and the kids on the block and stuff. And now it's all a cycle. But
I understand what you mean,
people and the rich people, they would never ever think of burning a building in their own community. Yeah. They would go to somebody else's community and burn their shit. But they wouldn't do it in their own. If Steve is over there molesting kids or something like that, they're not going to go burn Steve's house. They're going to pull Steve out of his crib and they gonna take him down to the water. They gonna burn that nigga in the ocean, and then let that nigga have a night's farewell. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they gonna go in, clean the house, and then move Tom in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Tom better hope he wasn't doing the same shit Steve was on. Like, so, like, you know, like they gonna
hey,
okay,
don't repeat, nigga.
Right? And they gonna make sure that the school stays intact, the church stays intact, the little pharmacy down the street stays intact, the jeweler stays intact, and they gonna make sure everything is going right. You know,
I mean, that is true, yeah.
Neighborhood,
because like that,
because they're not gonna destroy their own stuff.
I guess that was one of the main things that, like, because to me, obviously, like, as the riots kept going, I knew it wasn't really working. This is all just, at the end of the day, emotion from the people in the community just letting it out. Obviously, I see in the only way they can, and it's in their own backyard. It's okay, cool. If like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was cool, you know, like seeing all the art on the streets and shit like that. And like, the main thing I just liked was just seeing all the different races of people coming together during this time. Because when they, like I said, like back in the day when they were doing it, it was just us. But at this time now, at least we're seeing a difference. There is a difference from when we were doing it back then to now it being everyone. Yeah, obviously there's some fucked up, like, loopholes in it, like, you know, like, people saying, like, Black Lives Matter is a weird organization and shit like that, you know, like, and the Antifa niggas and shit like that, all the white dudes pulling up with guns all around. That's weird, but that's gonna happen. Like, it's fucking 2021. I mean, that weird shit gonna happen. But seeing everybody come together, especially to the couple riots that I went to, it was cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Because that was my first time ever seeing, like, togetherness happen at a reckless state in time like this. So, but I would say that's the only thing that was cool. But obviously, yeah, like, how you're saying, it definitely wasn't going to work.
Right, but yeah, if you like just fighting your oppressors,
pros and cons, I guess.
You're doing the same thing that your oppressors are doing.
Exactly, yeah.
You're going to take them by force.
I was thinking the same exact, all of that shit while this was going on.
Expecting things to be different when it's over. Like, so where do you stop? Like, because then, like, because
then a riot should be going on every day. Whatever it is.
You kill somebody's dad to take what you need to get what you need, even though their dad may have been a terrible person. They're a 7-year-old. They don't give a fuck. They don't care what their dad was doing, because their dad was coming home and telling them that they love them every day. Their dad was coming home and making sure that, you know what I mean? Like, so they don't know that their dad was fucking bringing people into back rooms and torturing them and fucking ripping off. They don't know any of that.
Ripping niggas' scalps off and shit like that.
When they come, when
raping
they turn,
niggas,
right, now you scarred them, and they have a face to connect it to. So now for the next 10 years,
and it's the person they're supposed to trust with their life.
For the next 10 years, their dad was rich. So now that their dad is dead, they have millions and millions and billions of dollars at their disposal, because that was all inherited to them, and now they have a face and an ideal to live behind. So they're either going to fall into a hole, or they're going to seek revenge on you. So then
I know someone who like, without like, obviously, like, you live like that life and shit like that. My bad for cutting you off. But like, I know someone, he was like one of my like homies that I met, that I know, that I ended up knowing that was friends with like game and shit like that. He was a photographer, but he ended up inheriting like over $1 million from his father, who died when he used to be like in like gang shit and all that stuff, because he like saved up and hid a whole bunch of money during all of his shit like that, and he was racking up stuff from like working, like doing all the gang stuff and all that shit, that when he died he had over like, I think like over $1 million saved up and shit, and that all went to his son, and he literally used that to like buy him a house, his mom a house, like car and all that shit like that. And now I think he lives in Miami and shit. I know that, but it's crazy you saying that. But like, yeah, like I actually know someone that's lived like through like that inheritance, like especially when it comes to a big and mountain inheritance of you not knowing what your father was doing before like you were born and shit like that. So that's crazy, bro. You don't know, like that's wild.
So you just live that, and then that's the other thing. Like you don't. And that's why I'm saying specifically on the front, where if you were to do like a violent revolution,
and
then
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
if you go,
it's just fun to hear it.
Fight the oppressors and start a war, it's going to cause a lot more problems that you have.
Oh, civil wars don't really end all. People don't know civil wars don't end all that well. They really never.
There's no war that
war doesn't end well. Period.
Ever. Every war is bad.
Like, come on now.
War is bad,
and I'm a pacifist, y'all. Like, I'm a Buddha pacifist. So like, I don't believe in violence being justifiable. Period.
Yeah,
so
well,
like, war is a lot for me. Like, especially like, well, rest in peace, like my dead grandfather. He was a general in the military, but like, he understood he had to do it because of his shit. Like, he was having kids and shit like that. I feel like as a man, he understood. Like, I mean, he know this country don't give a fuck about him, but he just didn't. He know he had to get done what he got to get done.
I think there's a time for violence.
Yeah,
but it's not.
But on a large scale like that.
No, not for war. There's not a time for war.
Yeah, like that.
War is an exacerbated form of violence. That's what I'm saying. There is a time for violence, and there is a time for people to die. I believe. Like I think there are certain things that you cannot like return from. There are certain things that you
turning back points
that you cannot like. So maybe you don't have to kill them, but you can exile them or put them into a place where you can attempt to reconfigure them, but with the purpose to do so. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. If you exile them, whatever, like you can do that. But you don't necessarily. The risk you run with that is you have to be set up enough because, for instance, if you take somebody, if you dismantle somebody's organization, right? You don't kill anybody or whatever, but you dismantle their organization, and it's just them, and then you push them out and go, all right, now you guys don't do this anymore, and we own all of this shit. Y'all don't back up, mind your business. Like, you run the risk of them coming back.
That's true.
So then, but now on that aspect, if you don't kill any of them, there's less of a risk that when they do return, that they won't kill any of you guys. There's a less risk that they will kill you. They won't.
Oh, okay, true.
If you went up there and then took them out, but see, that's why I say like what Jaden talks about Will Smith beating the system by understanding it. Because
I knew you had to bring that at some point today.
That's one of the key things, because you can't just try and dismantle a system out of malice, out because you're mad at it and what it's
out of emotion.
Doing. Yeah, you have to be able to. Yeah, you have to measure how you're going to approach it.
Gotta strategize it, boy.
They've been fighting us longer than we've been fighting them. They came into this situation planning on beating us. And by the time we recognized this was a game to them, we had already lost over and over and over again. So they already are equipped to attack us because they approached us as a game. That is true. You know, that's what I'm talking. Like we're 2K. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot easier for us to make builds.
Thank you for reminding me. I gotta finish that.
Oh yeah,
shit
for
like
sure.
That,
it's gonna be a lot easier for us to make builds in 2K and achieve in 2K and move forward because
2K, you got one more chance.
Yeah, right. But because we've been
this game is one more chance. If this sucks ass, I'm done.
Right. But we've been playing it so much, and we've been. And
fucking
we've been
Ronnie
putting so much time into it, and we've been looking at like the Kyrie build or the Damian Lillard build or the
Derrick Rose, yes
build.
sir.
So we know what it's like. So then when we start making our build, we don't have to, like, if we're like, oh no, this stat don't reach here, this stat don't reach there, all right, we can scrap this, or we can put this one off to the side.
Strategizing.
We can make a better one, like similar, that has a little higher stats or a little better badges, and then we can siphon through that until we get to the right one, and it'll take us a lot less time because we know what we're looking for.
True.
And that's how our oppressors approached us. They knew what they were looking for. They knew what they didn't want and what they did want. So you're a conscious thinker who's able to get people to mold and move behind you. That's dangerous because then you can educate people and then they can learn about who we were, who we are, and take actions to destroy us because they will be able to defeat us from an educated purpose. But if you have a bunch of people just running around trying to fight us because they're mad at us,
which it was a lot of,
right, we are educated in war, winning wars, against people.
He's like, yeah, so if niggas want to step into that, what's good?
We have won wars against people who have analyzed us first, who have watched our past, who've watched our game footage, who have looked at us and thought that we were somebody to be trifled with, and they put time and effort and money, real big money, into trying to destroy us. They had an organized army and military and had multiple countries on their backs trying to come and take us out.
That's true.
And we beat them. So what do you think the little niggas sitting down the
Japan,
street who talked to somebody,
East,
who didn't talk to somebody else, who didn't talk to somebody else, who didn't talk to somebody else, who all are mad about something, and have nowhere near even half the amount of money that one of these countries had to put towards us? Yeah, what do you think you're going to do
against
big
bullies, boy?
Bro, think about this. What if we went to if regular people got into a civil war against the American government?
It's raps.
You ever played Call of Duty?
Nigga, I played Modern Warfare 2, like I said, straight raps.
Right.
Like straight raps.
Right. So,
nigga, the White House was on fire, my nigga.
Right.
Straight raps.
No, just think about it like this. You know, I'm pretty sure.
Straight raps, y'all. Straight raps.
I'm pretty sure I know the name of it. But
y'all don't remember Modern Warfare 2, though.
I think it's at like, in Black Ops, in the new Cold War, it's at like 16 or 7.
Oh my God. All right, yo, chill in the chat, y'all.
What they say?
That nigga said I love BLM and BBC.
Oh, got you. But it's like, I think it's at like 16 or 17 kills, you get like something that's called like a AC 130, which is like a fucking, huh?
Call of Duty?
Yes, yeah. Which is like a fucking, it's like it's like a 40-foot, like 40,000 ton or 40,000 pound fucking airplane with a gigantic machine gun hanging out the side of it. And not only that, there are machine guns strapped to the fucking plane itself that can shoot. Imagine the regular everyday person who has a little bit of combat training, or who is even very experienced with guns and weapons and shit like that. Imagine trying to set up a base, a home base, being at war with the American government, and just one of them bitches was flying next to you. And they knew where you lived. One airplane would take out a whole city block in maybe 15 seconds.
Did you see the memes of when the white folks stormed the what was it, the Capitol building, the White House?
No, it was the Capitol building.
Okay. Did you see the meme that people were making of what was it? I don't know if it was Independence Day or it was some war movie. It's like how the government would roll in on if there was a whole bunch of black people storming the Capitol right now, and it was a machine like doof 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 doof. I was like, oh my god,
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm not saying the world or like America and all that stuff isn't racist, but what I am saying is if the average everyday person, like the impoverished people, took up arms against, even if the middle class joined in, which I don't think they really would, but no. The impoverished people, and that's the other part, the middle class would probably help out the 1%ers. So if the impoverished people, which is more of us than there are of them, but if we took up arms against any form of government, they would destroy us.
Wipe us out.
And they would kill us.
Call of Duty, boy.
They would kill us indiscriminately in some of the worst ways imaginable.
This ain't Call of Duty, y'all.
They would wipe us the fuck out. Now I know we're streaming and stuff, so some of this stuff that I'm saying might be flagged, because I'm using words of destruction and government.